Oh my goodness, what do we have here? You know what that smile means? Something from Amazon. Let's get it open. I got this here Concept, what is this thing, Model 6, that I've messed with and finally gotten to where it's okay operationally. The scales were shrunk by dying. Be warned on that. But it's good now, especially if you like sort of a quiet opening and closing. Let's see what's in here. Ah, it's a Monikala. This is the same brand that I gave away for the last knife giveaway, the titanium one that I colored up real nice. This is not titanium. This is a super budget. I think it was 25 bucks, I think. Plus tax made it a little bit more. They call it the grenade, I guess.
Because it's the bomb.
Wow, it's got a little bit of gravity to it.
I hear the sales of these are blowing up.
That's the first thing I'm going to do is weigh it because that's not the first thing I'm going to do. I actually opened it already, so it actually has a pretty good opening. Let's weigh this guy. Let's see, it feels a little stout. I'm going to say 4.5 ounces. Wow, 4.6 ounces.
97.826% accuracy. Not bad for a human.
Ooh, reverse flick is not easy. Yeah, damn. Okay, this thing has a stout detent, but, I mean, not in a bad way. I mean, let's see, let's try the flipper. Oh, yeah, okay. The thumb stud opening is nice because it has a real snappy opening because of the resistance of that detent. That makes reverse flicking not okay. So the only way I can reverse flick it is not the usual way where I kind of put my thumbnail under it. I am putting the tip of my finger up against it and pressing up like this. So that works. Now, right away I can tell the access to the lock bar could be a little better. In part, let's see. It's not bad, really. It's really not bad. Now, I'm going to say it's decent. You just got to kind of get used to it. The bit of green on this side, the G10 on this side, could be knocked down just a bit. I wouldn't knock down the liner because it's black and then it would show the silver. But if you just get that angled down just a bit, you'll have a little bit better access to it. But really, it's not bad. Wow, that drop is not bad at all. It's almost drop shutty right out of the box. Let's see. Is it tight? Tiny bit of blade play. Let's see if we can tighten that up and then see how it is then. Actually, I'm going to loosen it first. Well, maybe I'm not. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, I loosened it, then I tightened it. Okay, now it's still a little wobble. Okay, the wobble's gone. Still almost drop shutty. Yeah, really nice. Centering, it's a hair off to this side. You know what? Let's just fix that right now. I hate uncentered shit. So it's a hair off to this side. So it's too close to this side. So that's the side you want to pull it towards when it's open to get rid of that off center. So I'm going to bend the knife this way while I loosen and tighten these screws back here. I'm just going to try one side and see if that's good enough. Sometimes you can just do one set of screws. So all I'm doing is just loosen them like one turn. That's it. And I'm pressing real hard on the blade now. Probably 10 pounds pressure. Now I'm tightening back up. And that's all I'm doing. We'll see if that's enough. Okay. I would say it is either dead center or damn close now. So we're going to call that good enough. Okay. So that's my little fix.
Seems like a simplified version of Metal Complex's fix.
There's other ways to do that. Pocket clip looks pretty cool. It's a little bit big, but it doesn't take up more than half the knife, so it's not crazy big. I think it's the same pocket clip they put on that titanium one that I gave away. So it looks exactly the same. Flipper tab actually has really good jimping. Look at that, man. So many companies could learn from this silly little company. Look what they did. Look at this shit. Unbelievable that this company can get it right while so many others get it wrong. Look at those. Look at the jimping on that flipper tab. It wraps around the corner. And it feels good and grippy because of that. It's hard. You have to kind of make yourself slip off. Let's see, can we push button it too? Yeah, it'll push button, but it's better with a light switch. Really nice. The G10 feels really good. It almost feels like aluminum. Very solid feeling. Interesting. That is some good G10. Now, you know, are there different levels of G10? I think there must be, because I know I felt shittier feeling G10 than this. It's got a really good look. I think did I say they call it the grenade, I think? Let's see, does it say on here? It doesn't say. Oh, yeah. Monikala pocket knife grenade green. I don't know if that's the name of the color or if that's the pattern, but I think it is. It's a really nice pattern. Look at how they beveled the edges on this son of a bitch, too. A lot of times they don't bevel the edges very well when they're doing frag patterns and stuff like that. They just have it almost straight up and down with a tiny bit of a curve or something like that. But that is beveled really nicely. Now, does that pocket clip, is it going to work in a pocket with all this grippage going on here? Let's find out. That's what I got in the pocket.
Zooming in. On big knives STO.
So, oh, yeah, it goes in very nicely. Yeah, that's nice. Very nice. Boy, I think I like this guy. It's got oil in it already, you can see. Definitely feels pretty smooth. Pretty decent sound. Let's see, the weight balance might be a little handle heavy. It's because it's, what did I say, 4.5 ounces? So let's see. Yeah, it feels a little handle heavy, and it is. So the center of balance, not here where it should be. It's about here. So that's one little downside of it. Thumb studs are really, really nice. They feel great. Like I said, the flipper tab is great. If you look at there, how they have the tang cut where the lock bar goes against it, looks really nicely done. I've definitely seen a lot worse. Now that's one more little downside. They didn't cut this choil in enough. It should be up to about there, but it's way down here. So you get that little smile that all the online knife reviewers talk about, the smile. So, you know, whatever. I could cut my own in, but you know, well, let's see. How does it stop? Yeah, I could cut my own choil in because the blade stop is there, and it actually stops behind the flipper tab. So it's hitting somewhere in here. It doesn't stop up here like some do. So I could cut that choil in, no problem. Probably look nice. I am pretty damn impressed for being a $25 knife. Oh, it actually says the grenade in D2. So it's supposed to be D2. Let's see if it is sharp enough. We will get the 20-pound paper. Why do I call it the 20-pound paper? If you know anything about paper, you know what 20-pound paper is. And that's what this is. This is 20-pound paper. I don't actually know what it means. I don't know shit about paper. So let's do a little... Oh. Okay, it's... all right. What it feels like is that it has a pretty... Okay, it has kind of a rough, toothy edge, but it's pretty consistent. I think it's at like a 22 degrees or something, you know? So it's not super razor sharp, but it's good and sharp, I guess you would say. For a $25 knife, I would say it's sharp enough. It's going to get the job done. It's going to do cutting tasks that you would need a knife for usually. The weight of it is still a little surprising. Let's see. This guy's pretty heavy. I would say they're pretty close. But I mean, this guy, look at the blade thickness on this some bitch compared to this guy. So, substantially thicker blade. Taller blade. And it has a big, beefy... I don't know how this thing is so heavy. I think maybe just because the G10 is so thick. Let's see, is it pretty thick? Yeah, it's a little thicker than average in the handle. So I guess that's where the weight's coming from, just a thick handle. Do they have cutouts in there? They have 3 holes cut in the liner underneath here. And they could have done some little bit more extensive... they don't have any cuts on this side of the liner. If they'd have done some more milling out of the liner, I think they would have had a little lighter unit. But, I mean, shit, $25. Again, this one I think we said was 4.6, 4.62. I think this one's maybe a hair heavier. 4.9. Yeah, okay. So this one's a little heavier, and it should be. What is the... this one's way lighter, I think. 4. Okay. So yeah, I would say it's a little on the heavier side for a... I think it's a 3.5-inch blade. This one's 3.75, so let's see. Yeah, I think it's a 3.5 inch blade, right at 3.5, if I remember right. I like it. It feels really good in the hand. I mean, you can feel the pocket clip a little bit, but I mean, you know, this isn't a fancy knife. This is a $25 knife. It's like a work knife that looks really cool. You know, that's what it is to me. Or, you know, if you're just getting into, you know, kind of knife collecting, being a knife guy, I think this is just a really nice one to have in your collection, because for 25 bucks, it has a nice sound. It's, the lock access, now that I'm getting used to it, is really not bad. Good pocket clip, very cool look. I can't find much wrong with this for 25 bucks, man. Yeah, I don't have much to say other than I would get one. And this is going to stay with me until, I don't know, such time as I just have too many knives and need to get rid of a few or something, because, yeah, I like it a lot. Boy, look at that texture on those little grenade squares.
Grenade. Rectangles, sure.
So they're little squares.
Rectangles.
And then it also has that, what they call peel ply texture on top of each square.
Frickin' rectangle.
So lots of grip. Lots of texture and grip in this guy. Let's get this thing out of the way. Let me get a nice good picture for the video cover, maybe. There you go. It's pretty nice. $25 frag knife that is actually decent. Monikala grenade. Have a nice day.